What's up and welcome back to Live at Evo. I'm Camille Paterno and today we are here with the Vancouver-based singer-songwriter who rattles the glass and kicks ass. Please welcome the man himself, Marty Zylstra.
Thanks for having me.
Shine So Bright.
Sunlight streamed in, dancing on her long black hair. She wore faded jeans, holding back her laughs as she sang, shine so bright, like the sky. Love, shine bright. Everything to me. Time wore on slow. I became a person I barely know. She came in a dream, told me not to forget her song. Shine so bright, like the sky. Love, shine bright. You'll be everything, everything, everything. Shine so bright, like the sky. Love, shine bright. You'll be everything to me. Now I look at your face, tell you stories of your birthday, and she did the same. We'll hold back our laughs as we sing.
That was amazing.
Thank
Your
you.
voice is so calming.
It's the microphones.
Oh, jeez. He's also very humble.
It's the microphones and the setting. The
Thank
wood on the
you.
walls.
Thank you for that amazing song. Before anything else, I want to thank you again for joining me here today, live at Evo.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we love having you here. And I also know that you are an award nominee for the Best Alternative Indie Songwriter of the Year last year at the FVMAs.
Yeah,
So
crazy, right?
Congratulations.
That's weird.
That's not crazy. That's not weird. That's huge.
I found that out and I was like, what? This is crazy. No, I was honestly flattered. The other artists all the artists that are nominated, I checked them all out. My friend Aridonis, AJ, incredible. I was blown away, and I really like the rock. There's a rock band in there called Beach Moms, and I just like that band name.
Yeah.
Is that a cool band name, Claire? Do you think that's cool?
I love that name, the Beach,
Beach
Moms.
Moms.
That's a solid. They sound like a group of people I would want
So
to
yeah,
go
they're
with.
nominated. Shout out to Beach Moms and Aridonis, who I love too. He's my friend. So
Well, congratulations about that. That's huge. So the song that you just sang is Shine So Bright, and that's from your second album, Boom Chica, which was released last year. So congrats about that as well. So I want to know...
you've really done research here.
Of course. So why do you call it Boom Chica?
Well,
You've probably been asked this before.
No, actually nobody asked this.
Oh.
So there's a song on the record called Rattle the Glass,
Yes.
which you alluded to earlier. When I say we, I mean my friend and producer JP and I were,
Yes.
when we were recording the record, the topic of what's the record called came up like over and over and over. And the thing is, I kept coming back to, I'm always about, by the way, my flag's in my hands. I'm always about like peace and love. And, you know, using, if I have a voice, I want to use it for good and for, you know, bringing a spotlight to things I care about, which are world peace and about shining the light on voices of underrepresented people in the world, whoever those people are, whether they be my friends in the LGBTQ plus 2 world, or whether it be women, whether it be
children, maybe
Black Lives Matter, children, yes.
Yeah.
All the things that I feel are extremely important in this world. Me being a cisgender Caucasian male and having a lot of privilege, just being born in Canada, which is, by the way, a great country, but I think we're a country that could use some change.
Amen to that.
Improvements. We're like a beat-up 99 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
You're like, well, yeah, well, that's a good car. It was a good car then, but man, the tires are really kind of, let's replace those.
Beat up, yeah.
So that's a weird example of Canada being a 99 Honda Civic, but with 372,000 kilometers on it. But the thing is that we talked a lot about what the record's called, and then in the end it was just Boom Chicka, because in Rattle the Glass it goes boom chicka, boom chicka, boom.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun name. So I wanted it to be something like really complex and like the art. Originally the artwork was going to be this like complicated mural with anyway, a political statement, and then it just was it's just a fun rainbow.
Well,
it's a fun rainbow.
Love it. I really really like it. And yeah, that's why I alluded to the Rattle the Glass, because there's the boom chicka boom chicka, which boom, I really love. It's so playful.
It is. It's funny.
Yeah. And so, do you remember the first song that you ever written that kind of set you on your path to where you are now, being a musical artist?
You know, I started playing music very young. So when I was really, really young, my parents were singing songs to us, or we had a piano in the house. My dad played guitar, and a musical family. And so music was always kind of in the background or foreground of my life. Growing up in a small town in Canada, my dad was a preacher in a small church. So music has always been there. And so when I decided to play guitar because, well, all my friends are playing guitar. It was really big when I grew up. And in high school, playing guitar was like what you did. I mean, it's kind of like now how you play, I don't know, Fortnite. So I started playing guitar because I wanted to keep up with my friends, and I really liked it, and I spent some time working on music. But what transpired was I learned the instrument at a basic rudimentary level, really bad. But then I immediately wrote a song. So I think that you asked what was the song that started the path. Well, the fact that I was writing songs immediately upon learning my theoretical main instrument is fascinating to me, because I only have a few friends who I've met in music who have kind of followed that same path. And so songwriting is what I'm really passionate about, and I started doing it right away. So I think it's really fun, and glad you guys like the record.
Oh, thank you. All right, so let's get a couple of songs from you, before another set of questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Folks, give it up for
Should
Marty
I play?
Zylstra.
Well, you guys can decide. Should I play something brand new, or should I play?
What do you feel?
Should I just play something that's on the record? Follow the stars to find who you are, a path to your heart. We're searching for a melody. Been gone so long, tried to stay strong with all of these songs. Sing a sweet melody. I will find my way through the darkness darkness, darling, I will fight my way back home. I will ride the waves to sweet California to take me back where I belong. The light that guides home has been shining so long, since before you were born, searching for a melody. The road seems so long. Can you hold on till dawn with the notes in the dark, singing sweet melody? I will find my way through the darkness, darling. I will find my way back home. I will ride the waves to sweet California to take me back where I belong. Where I belong. I will find my way through the darkness, darling. I will fight my way back home. I will ride the waves in sweet California. I will fight my way back home. I will ride the waves in sweet California. Take me back where I belong. Where I belong. Where I belong. Where I belong. Thank you.
Amazing. That was so good. Thank you.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Sorry, I'm just like breaking my... Well, that was singer-songwriter Marty Zylstra here with me live at Evo. And so I'm curious, what's your number one favorite song that you've ever written and released, and why?
Oh, God. I've released 10 records in different bands.
That's a lot.
Whether it be in my high school band, and we released 2 little tiny EPs, and then after that I was in a band that released an EP, and then I was in a band after that that released 3 records. And then now I rebooted my music career in 2017
Yeah.
or 2018, whatever year it was, with The Dragonfly and the Spider.
Oh,
but
2018, yeah.
And then this record, which is out, Boom Chicka, last year. So to pick one song is really difficult, because it's probably, I have favorites on every record, but I would say on Boom Chicka, my favorite song, as far as it tells the story, and it's beautiful and has the production I like, and I think I sound good, okay.
You sound really good.
You guys are too kind. I obviously am hypercritical of my own playing and performing, but I do think Shine So Bright's my favorite. Although I did listen to a couple tracks on the record today coming here, and I really like how the overall aesthetic sounds. But then Moon, which is on the first track on Dragonfly and the Spider, I think what we achieved recording that track with the harp intro and then the dark. You have to listen to it, listeners, to understand what I mean. But the outro of that song, and then my friend Dom Frico, shout out to Dom in Germany, he sang on it, and I think that's my favorite recording, because that song meant a ton to me. It was like therapy for me. The song's about, again, my mom sadly passed away from cancer a few years ago, and that song was kind of a comfort, and therapy for grief that I was immense grief that I was dealing with at the time. My sister also passed away within a very short period of time. And so basically those initial sessions with JP, we were, I would not to say I was in tears, but basically, and so Moon helped kind of numb the sort of grief a little bit, and so I think it's a beautiful track. But the new record is fantastic. And then if we go all back to my previous work, I was in a band called Sweetheart years ago, and
popular band.
No, well, thank you. We had some fun times, but some songs on a song on the EP we released in 2011 called Name and Numbers is just fantastic. I listened to it the other day and I was like, this is the fact that we did this on a shoestring budget. I mean, $500 to record, because we played in different studios and we did it all kind of ourselves. But it's a great song and it's a fun song and I still really like it. The performance is great. The drums are fantastic. Everything's perfect on it, in my opinion. And then before that, on Map of the Human Heart, which was a Sweetheart record LP, I just, if you saw where we recorded in basically a friend's basement, it's just so awesome. Because it's great that it sounds that good. And we had a blast writing it and playing all over the place with it. And, it was on... it's going to be on, some of the songs are going to be on HBO Max on Degrassi. So when that's going to come out in July. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and some of Netflix in Australia as well. So some of those songs, but Rattle the Glass is on Hockey Night in Canada.
Ooh, that's cool. I love Rattle the Glass.
Yeah,
so much.
I like the thing about all the songs, there are a few I don't like that didn't turn out the way I thought, but that's for the listener to decide what their favorite is. And I'm just lucky that I can still write and record and work with JP. Shout out to him and other producers and musicians. Shout out to all the musicians everywhere.
Very, very true.
I was looking up some Ukrainian musicians. Yes, did you guys do that? Did you look any up? To listen to some? Just like if you give them a Spotify spin.
Okay.
If everybody on the planet gave one Ukrainian musician a Spotify spin, Spotify would pay that artist. Huh. And then they wouldn't, instead of living in like a subway station for the next month, maybe they could buy some bread. So
okay, yes.
But they're going to need $1 million because Spotify doesn't pay very, very much per spin, but
but it's something.
It's something.
Yeah.
I heard that some people around the world were just buying Airbnb spots. Obviously,
people
in Ukraine from hosts, just to say I'm going to buy out the week, and then that host gets the money. Isn't that amazing?
That's so
small act of kindness, right?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm gonna tear up again.
Stop crying.
Why do you do this?
Stop crying. Does every music guest make you cry like this?
No.
Oh, good. It's working.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so this one, I wrote this during the global shutdown of the entire world, as everybody had to deal with.
Yep.
Myself included. I didn't practice this, but I thought I could play it.
Yes.
I listened to it, but I didn't practice it. So, to all you evolutioners out there, this is going to be rusty. But I wrote it, and my daughter's name is Georgia Beth. My eldest daughter's name's Frances. Shout out to both of them for helping me write all my songs because they're my inspiration. You're my inspiration. But I started the song as a kind of like a Georgia Beth, like that. So it was a kind of with her name because we were singing her because she was very young, about one. Because we've been in this pandemic a long time and she was just a little baby then. But then I wrote a song around it. So here we go. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns light, you know I love you. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns light, you know I love you. The world's on fire, so catch me if you can. You better believe me, baby, this is in the plan. Oh, I was on the road, you know I was bleeding. I was in the cold, I needed you to hear me. Oh, I said I was so uncomfortable. I need you here with me. The tent I told you so, come on, set me free. Sing it. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. The mountains in a tunnel, sink it to the depths. As this is where it leads, I will take another breath. Oh, a flash of brilliance, diamonds in a cave, pulling me to safety, showing me the way. Oh, I said I was so uncomfortable. I need you here with me. You said I told you so, come on, set me free. That's why I'm singing it. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. A shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. Through the darkness of the night, you know that I'll be coming home to you. Shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. A shimmer, shine, you are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. Oh, come on, baby, go. You are mine. Dark turns to light, you know I love you. You know I love you. Thank you.
Yay! What song was that?
It's called Shimmer Shine.
Shimmer Shine. And dedicated to your kids.
To my children, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aw.
and also to the Ukraine.
Yes. I love that.
Hopefully they shimmer shine through the
Yes.
darkness. I'm thinking about them today.
We are all thinking about them today.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's been a crazy couple of weeks.
It's been a crazy couple of years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's been a crazy couple of decades.
Crazy times.
We live in a strange time, don't we?
I know. And what's even crazier about it is that it's 2022, where you'd think we have progressed into a better situation,
Yeah.
but
I think the pandemic has made
it's humbling at the same time.
well, history repeats itself. The thing about
Yeah.
the world is that the pandemic has made people insecure and felt deep fears and been isolated, and some of those things can apply to me and probably you guys. And I think that whether it be a world leader in a strange country, their perspective is going to be different than yours and mine. And I think coming back to we're really lucky to live in Canada.
Yes.
Because we have an open and honest society where you can protest whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
For and against things that are different than what I believe in. And that's a good thing, because you do need open and honest discourse. I certainly can learn from anyone, whether it be somebody who drives a truck to Ottawa or fights in a war against Ukraine. Probably I could have but at the end of the day, you sit somebody down, and I had a conversation with somebody about just about hockey.
Yeah.
And things about sports or art or music is that you can unite people, right? So
That's so true.
Music or sports, and I say sports because I'm a huge hockey fan.
Really?
And
okay.
Music, in a concert, setting, you never know who's in that audience, and it might be, somebody who shares the opposing view to you, and maybe that person would shake your hand and say, "Hey, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't think that. You're cool."
Yeah.
Or not cool.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Well, maybe we should just, we can be friends. I don't care if you
See things differently. Yeah.
wear a Canadian flag upside down or whatever, but maybe don't do that. And then maybe we could all live in a better world. Maybe if we could all just get together and come together a little bit. But yeah, I'm glad the world's coming together over Ukraine.
Yes.
It's great to see.
Definitely.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. So I want to know what's next for Marty Zylstra.
Well, I've got a record that's 75 to 85% finished. So that'll come out in the next pick a time. I don't know. These things take time. So I'm excited to get that out. So Shimmer Shine that you heard will be on that record. And lots of cool, fun little things happening with that album. It's Boom Chicka was obviously an ode to almost the Beatles or the 60s, and this record is not like that. It's a little bit less preachy because the thing is that you can only hold that down for so long. So this batch of songs is maybe more about like just simple things like love and fun stuff. What is it even about? I've got a couple new songs on there. Just like, I was thinking the other day that those friendships you have, right? That you remember you kind of put them off before. Well, I'll hang out. Yeah, let's hang. Yeah. Definitely, I'll come see you, bro. Yeah. And then you never do. Well, some of the songs on this record are kind of maybe more about living in the moment a bit. So that's going to be fun. And Joy. The record was going to be called Joy.
Oh, okay.
We changed our mind.
Okay.
It's a kind of a concept record tentatively called From the Sun to the Moon. And basically like a day in the life, I guess, would be a good example. It's the songs kind of connect to each other a little bit, but yeah, it's a little darker at times, but a little brighter at times.
Okay.
Yeah. And way more fun. There's a couple of real good feel-good songs on it, so you'll like it.
That's so cool. I'm so excited. Do you know when it's gonna come out?
No, there's no plan. One song hopefully will come out this year.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about this because I don't know if you guys like hockey like I do, which is an insane amount.
Okay.
But hockey's my passion.
Really?
Sort of. In the sense that I'm a huge fan of the hockey team. I like all hockey, whether it be the local team, the Canucks or the Giants or whoever, the Abbotsford Canucks. But my heart belongs with the team in Toronto because I grew up out there. So that's the reason, guys. Don't turn the radio off. And so I've met a whole bunch of cool friends through social media. I mean, hockey Twitter's a real thing, by the way. That's the good thing. Twitter isn't dying. It's really good at talking to people about a shared experience in real time, which is sports. And so I've been on a bunch of podcasts. Nice. Rattle the Glass has been on a bunch of podcasts. Rattle the Glass is the theme song of 2 podcasts. Yeah. Rattle the Glass was on 32 Thoughts, the podcast. Elliot Friedman and Jeff Merrick, who are hockey celebrities, call them. Yeah. So that song, Rattle the Glass, has opened up these random cool opportunities for me. So I'm going to be on I'm a guest on Talking Hockey, not music, on Saturday after the Leafs Canucks game. So that'll be cool. I'll probably post that on social media, but that'll be my 4th in the last month. So that's kind of cool that I get to do stuff like that. But
that's cool.
I'm leading up to my point is I've got a new song. And when you're watching sports with children, you can have these fun moments. And during the pandemic, I had one of those because, hockey opened up and they had the playoffs and everybody kind of focused on that instead of the fact that we were all in our pajamas working from home. But we're watching the game. And by the way, everybody knows about the Leafs in the playoffs. Everybody can, I get it. They're not great sometimes and they haven't been great. But It's been tough for them, but we're watching the game and I'm shouting at the TV, "Gut check time, gut check time." And my daughter, who's 6, and my daughter, who was at then 1, we're all shouting at the TV, "Gut check time, gut check time." So I wrote a song called "Gut Check Time."
Aww.
And it's another hockey rock song.
That's so cool and cute at the same time.
I mean, the story's cute, but when you hear the song, there's nothing cute about it. It's a snarly 90s rock anthem. So, hopefully that would be one of the songs that would be released, maybe even as soon as April or May for the playoffs.
Right on.
Because maybe wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You might hear it on Hockey Night in Canada again. So yeah, that'd be something that hopefully you would hear from this record this year. Other than that, I really want to make sure that we finish it and make it sound as good as it can sound so that everybody gets the full album experience. Obviously, that music right now is single based, so we'll probably release 3 or 4 or 5 singles off the record first, and then put it all out as one whole cohesive record, because it should theoretically all make sense as a concept. Hopefully, we'll be able to stick to that, but you never know. We have a tendency to change our minds in the middle of making records. If the record doesn't come out between now and say a year from today, I hope to have a couple of other home recording projects I've got going on come out on Bandcamp only. So you'd have to follow me on social media to find out about that. But it would only be for people who sort of subscribe to Bandcamp could get that, and it'd be like a limited time only. So I am thinking about doing that because I do have a lot of material that I'd like people to hear that's not necessarily like going to play on the radio. It might be something with more of a message or more... if you're an audiophile or a content creator and you're just interested in hearing how a record gets made or how songs get written, that's something I'm definitely thinking about doing. And follow me on Instagram and we'll talk about it.
Ooh. Well, great segue, because I want to know where can we find maybe your gigs, your upcoming gigs, or like all your new stuff.
So Twitter's great, although I spew a lot of my political beliefs on there. So if you don't agree with everything I say, please start a discourse and tell me my biases are wrong. I'm fine with that. I've got a website too. I've got a link tree. It's lots of stuff's on you can Google me. Which some people get my name wrong because my Dutch heritage last name is confusing to sound. Like, what is that name? But it's easy. It's Zylstra. It's easy.
Is it actually how you say it, Zylstra?
You can say it that way, yeah. That's fine. There's no wrong answer. Okay. Zylstra. Purists would probably say that's not pronounced right, but
how would they say
my
it?
uncle isn't here. Zylstra.
Zylstra.
Yeah.
That's because of the Y.
Yeah, the
Zylstra.
Y. Well, yeah, it's authentically spelled Zijstra in Holland, which is confusing.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't use the Y in that dialect in the area that my grandparents are from. God bless them both. May they rest in peace. But you can find me on the internet, and I'd love to chat, talk about music.
Okay, Marty, so let's have a bit of fun with a game. It's called 4 Cs. So I asked you before the interview to write the color, the car, color, cartoon character, and a cuisine that best describes you. And then you can tell your answers to us and why. I also asked Claire, so we can go around.
I like electric vehicles. I don't own one, but I did. In fact, I own one. I've always wanted one, and when I had it, it was incredible. It was a fun car to drive. It was a Nissan Leaf. And it was blue. And I am a hockey fan of it. I grew up in Northern Ontario, and it was a blue Nissan Leaf. For all you people out there who like hockey, you'll know what it was. Why I bought that car subconsciously. And I live in Maple Ridge, so maple, blue, and Nissan Leaf. Long story short, I love that car, but my favorite color is blue as well. It's all subconscious blue. I'm wearing blue right now. but the car, like my ideal car would be a Tesla Y because it's a cool SUV. But do we really want to support Tesla? There's a brand new minivan coming out called the VW Buzz.
Oh really?
And it looks really fun, and it'd be great if you have a family and want something a little bigger. So there you go. Basically an EV.
Okay.
Not that electric cars can solve climate change. That's actually planting trees, but
That's true.
EVs are a great start, and why not? You don't have to pay for gas, which is exorbitantly expensive. But what are you going to do? Cartoon character. I should have said Mirabelle, but what I wrote down is Peppa Pig.
That's
Because-
a great choice.
I wrote it down because the thing is, if you're a parent out there in listener land, or if you're not a parent and want to be a parent one day or don't want to or what have you, Peppa Pig is every parent's lifesaver. Sometimes you're like, dude, I just need to get ready for work. I'm just going to fire on Peppa here and then it's going to be all right, So it's a good time waster. So yeah, thank you to the creators of Peppa Pig. And cuisine, I love Mexican food so much, so much. Probably too much. But I haven't been eating a lot of it because, that's not healthy. And then Italian's my other favorite, but it's so lame. Like I like all cuisine that's different from sort of mundane Canadian food. I grew up in a small town in Northern Ontario, and the only thing we had was like this little Chinese restaurant, which was fine, by the way, but it's Canadian, right? So every time I come across new cuisine from a culture that I didn't ever get a chance to try, I'm always blown away, especially like Filipino cuisine or Japanese, Asian, anything. I like trying every kind of food, basically food.
Okay, food. Cuisine, food.
Food. Anything interesting from your culture, I'm totally down to try and learn about. I love it. It's so great. That's why we live in this great world, right?
Yes.
What about you? What's your favorite stuff?
Yeah, Claire.
Me, I guess is it like favorites or was this because I wrote
Reflective
it as
of
like
you.
what I would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's funny they were mentioned beat up Honda Civics because I actually put up for mine a beat up Honda Civic, but a 2004 model, just because I'm like 95, but I always like the silhouette on that 2004 Honda Civic, but like beat up 2004 Honda Civic. But I love the Nissan Leaf actually, especially because it had the blue like emblem as well. It was like all blue.
Yeah.
But the Nissan Leaf is great. Maybe a G-Wagon if I was just to go for like the meme, those big Mercedes trucks, but like...
You're cooler than me. I gave every dad answer, and you're giving all these like super cool answers.
I've had longer time to think about this one.
Fair.
Camille gave me this one like an hour ahead of time, so I was like hanging on to these. And then color, I guess I went with lavender because I'm just wearing a lot of it, and my hair is like a kind of grayish lavender. Cartoon character, I went with SpongeBob or Naruto from like the
anime.
the 2000 like animes, because I always kind of related to that character because it kind of to me he was like ADHD, and so for me as like that was
Right.
as like a kid with ADHD and like not having like any actual representation, that was like the closest I had. But yeah,
okay.
and then cuisine I put down Italian because I'm Italian. So
Nice.
I was like that's the one default cuisine I always know how to make is like if someone's like, oh, do you want Italian? I'm like, why don't I just make you something?
What's your favorite dish? Italian dish?
Probably there's a lot, but I would say anything that's got gnocchi is
I was gonna say
the winner.
gnocchi.
Gnocchi is like the bomb. Like just little potato dough balls. Oh my god.
With some sage and olive oil
you can do
and
like
salt.
you can do tons
Butter.
with them.
Well, actually, butter probably.
Butter,
Now I'm hungry.
olive
Yeah.
oil.
Let's go for dinner.
Let's go get gnocchi.
Do you know how to make carbonara? Because that's
I haven't tried to make it, but I probably could.
it's easy. It's
So
basically
good.
just pasta, water, and bacon, right? And
Because I can
olive
do
oil?
like stuffed pastas. Like I have a machine at home, and I can like make the lasagna and like the cannolis or cannelloni. Because
Cannelloni.
cannelloni is also.
Do you
like,
do you have takeout? Is takeout available?
I can do takeout.
Okay.
Camille,
Is it
what
my
about
turn?
you? Yeah.
So I actually picked Tesla
Yeah, that's fine.
for
That's
a
what I
car.
had.
Because it's like simple yet progressive, maybe. Is that a
Dating
stretch?
Grimes was progressive.
I don't know if there's a lot simple about it. It's clean looking.
Yes. The color is blue.
What
actually,
model
for
though? Are
me.
you gonna go
Oh, me?
Cybertruck or are you gonna go like?
I also want. I used to say Y, but then I'm gonna say X because it's bigger. I like
It's the-
Filipino families are so big.
You get to pick whatever you want. This is
Yeah.
fictional.
True.
We're not at a car dealer right now.
Yeah.
Surprise, guys! I was like,
Surprise.
why did I buy
Surprise,
myself
you
a
own
beat
it.
up- Why did I buy myself a beat up 2004 Civic?
Yeah, you get the Civic.
I
Sorry.
should have said G-Wagon.
You now own it.
Hashtag ad.
It's in the parking lot.
Oh no!
BCIT just bought you that car.
Thank you, BCIT. It cost you $5.
And the color is blue because I like going with the flow, and I like the flowiness of things.
You don't have to justify it. That was my pick too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're the same.
And then my cartoon. See, Claire told me a while ago I'm Sandy Cheeks, which was very new. Why did you pick Sandy
Because
Cheeks
Sandy's
for me?
like super inventive and stuff, and she always has like some like she's. To me, Sandy was always like, out of the gang, she was like the most competent, but also she was like always doing stuff like she was. Well, she was always like she's always inventing stuff, and she was like a rocket scientist, and she was a scientist who lived like under a dome in like the sea, and so she's just kind of unique, and she was also like
Yeah.
just a really fun character.
In what is this a TV program?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like a squirrel that lived under the sea, and she was like
Yes.
a scientist.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
But I actually picked Maleficent.
Yeah.
Maleficent?
Yeah. Yeah, because she's misunderstood. Yeah. I think she's misunderstood, but like
Do
she
you
has
think
a good
Lizzo was
heart.
robbed?
I think Lizzo was robbed of Ursula. Hell yeah, because it's like they didn't
Isn't
pick
that
a
the same
drag
thing?
queen. Yeah, because she
I'm
was
so
Ursula.
confused. I'm confusing you. Yeah, Maleficent
Maleficent
is from
is-
something else.
Because Maleficent is Angelina Jolie's
Wow.
Yeah.
one that she plays. It's like the
I'm
villain in
lost.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sweet.
Nice that you guys had me.
Well, we love having you. You're the only one who made me cry so many times.
Good.
during
It's
this,
working.
interview.
I mean, sorry. That's horrible. There's a lot
No,
of
don't be sorry.
pain in the world.
Yes, and some people just feel it. You know, some people just need to let it out.
And that person is you.
And that person is me, unfortunately. All right, before one final song, I would love to know, do you have any parting thoughts?
Well, I think the fact that you guys are in this program is great.
Aw.
I love BCIT and the hard work that graduates of BCIT are doing in the world. I have many friends who went here, and I can tell you about them later, but I think it's fantastic. Thank you for spinning my track on Evolution 107.9.
That was good.
Been spinning my music on here for a while now, and thanks to Todd and the station, it means a lot to support local dudes like me, because I know a lot of my pals are being spun too, and that means a lot to all of us. So get the word out and give peace a chance.
Hell yeah, that was good. I would like to thank you again for bringing light to the world, bringing your music with some peace and love and hope, honestly.
Thank you.
Please continue doing that. Oh no, don't make me cry again. Oh no.
She's crying again, folks.
Oh no, stop it. Okay. All right, but again, thank you for being here with Claire and I this afternoon here live at EPO. And, you know, the pleasure is all ours, honestly. So, would you mind playing your last song for us?
Yes, do you know what it's going to be? It's okay if you don't know.
I think it's gonna be Yesterday.
No. Yesterday. No, it's not. I can't play that right now. I was asked to play a cover song.
Yes.
So I am going to play something by... I'm wearing a Beatles hoodie. It's not a Beatles hoodie. It's actually a John hoodie. Do you see that?
Nice.
It says, what does it say?
John?
Ono Lennon
Yes.
Plastic Ono Band. So I'll play one of his songs, but hopefully you know it.
I think I will.
I think you will.
I think I will.
Here we go. Nothing you could do that can't be done. Nothing you could sing that can't be sung. Nothing you could say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you could save that can't be saved. Nothing you could do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you could know that isn't known. Nothing you could see that isn't shown. Nowhere that you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. 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 All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Yes, it is. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Peace a chance.
Wow, that was amazing. Give it up for Marty Zylstra, who is here with me live at Evo, and the only guy who made me cry so many times during this interview. If you want to watch the video of what happened today, please subscribe to the Evolution channel, YouTube channel, and our SoundCloud. And you know what? Follow us on social at Evolution1079. And a big thanks to Claire Arazieti for the production of this episode. And thank you for tuning in. Before we go, Marty Zylstra and I are wishing you a happy
birthday.
A happy birthday. I'm Camille Paterno, and it's bittersweet because next week is our last week. Time flies when you're having so much fun. But as always, I'll see you next week here live at Evo.